So here you can see we're in the Magic Engrave software, which comes with the engraving machine. This is not a piece of jewellery, it's just something I thought would be interesting to show you because it has quite a lot of elements. This is a design that a family member wants engraved onto a silver plated trinket box for an upcoming wedding. So I thought it was quite interesting to show you. So this little lion has got to go on the design as well. But when his SVG came through, an SVG that I did to create, so it's my fault, it wasn't all grouped. So there's a few separate bits there. I want to make it all grouped so that it resizes together and I don't lose bits of this design. So luckily there is a group option in here, transform group. So it will all be one piece now. I can resize it and take it across into the design. Okay, I'll position that and get that exactly how I would want that later. Whilst we're talking about SVGs, you can see to the top left of the screen, sorry, I'll be with you in a minute. Yeah, the top left of the screen here is an SVG import button. So just click on that and bring in each piece, each SVG you want in the design. Now I tend to do parts of my design separately so that I can engrave them with different options, the different parts. So for example, that's one SVG, the castle, the tree is one SVG, so is the lion, and each individual text part. So text, left hand side again, you can see font options, and as with other programs, if you import a different font onto your PC, as long as it's the correct font format, next time you open the Magic Engraved program, it will be there as an option. Now for engraving my text, there are different options when I create my toolpath for it to engrave. So I might like to start with an outline toolpath for this particular text. As you can see, when the toolpath options come up, they give you the diamond tip option, which is a diamond drag engraving, and also the spindle milling options, cutters, V cutters, end mill cutters. I'm going to diamond drag engrave this particular lettering. I'm going to do it high quality. I'm going to give the Z clearance is how much the head or the diamond tool lifts as it moves across the piece between engravings. Now this trinket box is actually slightly curved, so I'm going to give it a slightly higher clearance than I would say if I wasn't quite sure if my sheet of silver was quite level. I might give it a 1 or 2 millimeter clearance, but I'm going to give it a 3 to make sure it doesn't accidentally scratch anything on its way between engraving spots. I'm going to do it on high quality. It gives me the option to engrave it twice. I'm going to do that. And the depth, it's not exactly a depth on, it's more of a pressure. So I'm going to change that to 1, as I know that works quite well on this type of material. And I'm going to create my toolpath. And then I'm going to show you what the machine has done with the lettering to make the toolpath. So I'm going to take away my original design, and this is the toolpath which it will engrave. And as you can see, outline toolpath, it's drawn a little outline around the edges of the lettering. So I'm just going to delete that now to show you some other options. Okay, so I might decide I also want it hatch lines on this text. So again, I'm going to use my diamond tip. I'm going to choose horizontal lines, hatch lines. I'm going to leave it as normal diamond tip hatching. Again, I'm going to give my Z clearance 3 mil. High. My depth 1 again. Now it offers you the hatching gap option, also if there's a margin around the edge of the letters, and also if I just want the hatch lines, or if I want to engrave around the hatch lines as well, which I do. So I want the hatch lines in the middle and engrave an outline on the outside. Now I'm going to create that toolpath. Okay. And I'll just show. So you can see that there are the hatching lines, which are 0.1 millimeters apart, as I requested, and an outline also. And another option for text, just save that. So we have also got single line toolpath. So it will estimate kind of the center of the text or pattern or whatever you're asking it to create a toolpath for. Sometimes take a little bit longer on complicated designs because it's actually got to think about where it's going to put those. Same depth. I'm going to engrave it twice just because I want to. And as you can see with that, it's estimated the center of that font and done a single line toolpath. Now when the toolpath is ready, you send it to the machine. You can do a simulate engraving first if you want to check that it's all in the right place. You know, it asks you if the material is flat, uneven, all other options here, which I can go through on other videos. And you can either press start engraving or simulate engraving, or you've got the option for multiple engravings as well there. I'm not going to send it to the machine at the moment. I'm going to delete that. Yeah, so really I wanted to show you that. So the same with the patterns, I've got those options and others actually for patterns, but so I just wanted to show you that with different elements you can engrave each element that you import or create. You can give them different engraving options, which is great. Also just quickly show you this. So this little rectangle is just a rectangle I've drawn from the object bar here. You can position things exactly where you want them, which is handy if you're doing accurate work. Your size, once you've drawn it, you can change the size either by lock aspect ratio so that it remains the same when you size it, or removing that so you can distort the shape by different sizes on your X and Y axis. With your creations like this, you can change the line thickness, the line shape, the line colour, and also whether you want to fill it, which I don't on this occasion. Now, I create the size. It is a personal choice. I create the size of the object I'm drawing on. So just when I do send it to the machine, I will send the size of that object first and just make sure it's all correctly lined up, but that's entirely personal. That's probably all I want to show you on that for now. I'm going to complete my other changes to this design, get all the toolpaths made, send it to the machine, and then I'll probably do a video of that engraving and also how it comes out at the end. So I just wanted to point something else out while I was engraving the trinket box that you saw on the software program. So to do this, I've had to take the spacer blocks out of the clamp. Easy to do. You get a sorry, I'll just show you those. Yeah, these spacer blocks, which have these magnetic pins in, which helps. So yes, just because I needed to lower the platform so that I could fit the height of this this trinket box into the machine for engraving. Yep, so I just thought I'd let you know that. and I'll do some more videos later. So I've just popped the video camera back on. Again, we're on the Magic E7 machine. I just thought I'd show you this. It's a bit difficult because I'm holding the camera in one hand. I couldn't leave it on the tripod. So when we looked at the multi-purpose clamp yesterday, we were looking at, I didn't show you the fact that it is kind of in 3 layers. You've got the bottom part of the clamp which you use to loosen and tighten your vise there. And then you've got these spacer blocks, and then you've got the top part on the clamp. If I could just bring that in to show you. So I've just to let you know, I've just taken the top parts off this one. You just do that with this Allen key that they provide with the machine. When you're putting it back together, it does help that it's got these little magnetic spacers underneath the block, so it's easy to position when you're putting it back in. But I just wanted to show you this part because it's a deeper part in the vise, and that's handy for me today because I am just engraving this. Just need to open it a bit more. It's actually a little silver plated magnifying glass, so I can just pop that in the deeper vise. Hold on a second. As you can tell, I'm not used to doing videos. Pop that in there, and that will hold that nicely for engraving. And when I've done with that, I can just take these little bolts out. Actually, this one goes upside down, I think, the spacers, and then pop these bits on top. Yeah, and then that's all back to normal. And so I've already engraved one part of this little silver-plated magnifying glass. I've done the name at the top. I'm now going to do the castle. Of course, you can do it all in one go. You can select each tool path and have them done all in one go, but I like to do them separately to make sure that they're positioned exactly right, even though I know they are in advance. When you send it to the machine, it gives you the option to check the engraved area before it starts engraving. I always select that, and then you won't be able to see them on the camera, but there are tiny little red laser pointers which show you the exact size of the engraving you're sending and the position of that. So I'm absolutely happy with that, and I'm going to start engraving. And I'll show you the outcome once it's all engraved.